When I had a PS3, for some reason I didn't buy this game. Many critics, like IGN, calls this game a masterpiece. They even gave it a 10 out of 10 rating. Now, when I learned that the game was going on to the PS4, I was actually pretty interested in buying it, and pretty excited to play it. So, is it a masterpiece? I think the last game made by Naughty Dog that I played was Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I played that a lot back in the early days of the PS3. The reason I bring up Uncharted is because I see aspects of that in this game. And the reason I enjoyed The Last of Us is because Naughty Dog made it, and considering I love Uncharted, The Last of Us was no different. Okay, so this game isn't exactly new, we know this, and I'm not going to say which console is better for playing this game on, simply because I only play this on the PS4. And I will say the game looks astonishing, at least from what I saw and played through. From the very beginning of the game to the very end, I was addicted, and I probably sound like I'm easily entertained to those who think this game does not interest them. And if you think that, then that's okay. We live in the age of mocap, so using that, it really made characters feel alive, with realistic facial expressions, movement, and in that, it didn't feel forced by the actors who voiced them. It all feels natural, and when watching a cutscene, they feel like real people and not just some video game characters. I get that it's a video game, and it's not meant to feel like a movie, but to me, I feel really involved when playing, and I think if a game can pull that off, it's worth playing. So, the main characters are Joel and Ellie. Joel did have a daughter though, but she dies by a zombie, and I will admit, that scene did make me tear up a little bit. Then it's 20 years later, and Joel is still getting through life, eventually meets Ellie, and she's actually bitten, but is immune to disease. So she sticks with Joel throughout the game. You will come across other characters who will either be on your side or backstab you along the way, but that is expected in a dark, cold world like this. As I was playing and getting deeper into the story, it did remind me of Uncharted. And I'm sorry, I know I am comparing the two, but it is expected, come on. Just like Uncharted, the environments are beautiful, with much detail, and each location you go through really feels diverse. It's impressive how far the developers went in terms of map size. You can also pause the game and choose if you want photo mode on or off. That is there if you want to look around the environment and truly embrace it. You may want to leave it off when fighting off enemies, because there has been times I have clicked L3 a few times by accident, leaving me back into the photo mode, so I would leave it off during combat. When fighting, it does look brutal and involves button mashing. Sometimes you'll have to press triangle to reverse, and sometimes you'll get your neck bitten off. Honestly, I do dislike when that little cutscene happens, because you can't fight some slickers because this cutscene will pop up at any time, but it does make things more difficult, I guess. This isn't just a walk in the park, and I get that. And yes, you heard me say slicker. That's what they call these ugly creatures. You'll come across these giant creatures too, which have been affected over the years, causing them to increase in size. Yes, they are difficult to get rid of, and it was challenging for me. I heard Ellie call them stalkers, but I just call any zombie a walker now. Thanks, Walking Dead. Once I completed the main story, I did try out the side mission, Left Behind. Essentially, this is a prequel, and lets us play through other events we didn't see during the main story. I liked it, and it just shows us that Naughty Dog did not get lazy with this beautiful game. They really worked their ass off, at least from what it looks like, and I'm glad I bought this game. Good price too at $44.99. At least it was here in Ireland. Games like this are rare, and I know I'm probably kissing ass, but I really mean it. If you like Uncharted, this game will interest you too. I'm not saying this is a spin-off of that game, I just saw similar aspects is all. This game for me, and I can't believe I'm really saying this about a game, but it gets a 10 out of 10. If you know me very well, you'll know I rarely give games a 10, but I really did enjoy every minute of it, to be honest with you. Is it perfect though? I wouldn't say that. No game is. But it is really good. But you know what, people? I believe this is only the beginning. There are going to be even more games that will blow our minds. I am positive for the future, and I hope you are too. Please, take care.
I'm reading a book on anti-gravity, and it's impossible to put down.
Nice.
Yes, that one's awesome.
Oh, you're gonna pay.
Destroyed you. I told ya.
It was pretty close.
What?
Yeah.
You are delusional.
Okay. All right.
Okay, smile. As an angel. Okay, something creepy. Dinosaur. Oh no!
Oh, let's make an ugly face.
Okay. Pufferfish, pufferfish.